So, as I said earlier, the most important parameter for successful automated imaging is called bottom elevation. And let me define that a little more precisely. If you look at a microplate, for example, the XY locations of all of your welds are very well defined and actually are a standard in the industry. What is a little more variable is where the bottom of each one of these welds is located. And when you are imaging, this is very important. The system will start assuming it knows where your sample is, and then will be hunting for your sample using the autofocus system. And if the initial location is not defined properly, the machine will take a longer time to autofocus, and you might even run into autofocus failures. This is why this parameter, bottom elevation, is so important for automated imaging. Now, there is another parameter that is important as well, but is only important for high magnification imaging, which on our systems means 20x and higher. On these high magnification objectives, you will see that we have a correction color. This correction color allows to correct for optical aberrations that relate to the thickness of the bottom of the vessel you're imaging through. For example, if I take a microplate, some glass bottom microplates that are designed for imaging have a bottom thickness of about 170 microns, where other microplates that are more standard for everyday use have about a 500 micron bottom thickness. And it's very important to match your objective to that number so that you get crisp images. If you don't do it, some of your images might look a little blurry. And as you can see here on this objective, what I'm showing you is how I am setting the correction color on this system to a value of 0.5, which is 500 microns, to match the microplate I'm going to image. So in summary, for all imaging conditions, you do want to check bottom elevation, and for high magnification imaging, you want to set that parameter bottom thickness, and you want to make sure it matches the correction color setting on your objective. If we look at a plate definition in Gen 5, as you can see here, I am in the area where you define imaging parameters, and you can see these two parameters. At the top is bottom elevation, and at the bottom is bottom thickness. And now I'm going to show you how you actually adjust these parameters in the interface.